Right now, large parts of America are being buried by a powerful blizzard. Heavy snowfall, hurricane-force winds, and near-zero visibility are shutting down highways, grounding flights, and trapping drivers. This is not ordinary winter weather. This is a dangerous, life-threatening blizzard unfolding right now. December 30th, 2025. Michigan is facing one of the most aggressive and unpredictable weather assaults of this winter season. What began as an ordinary day quickly turned into a statewide emergency as powerful winds, plunging temperatures, snow, rain, and widespread power outages combined into a single, fast-moving crisis. Across cities, towns, and rural highways, residents are witnessing how rapidly conditions can turn dangerous when multiple weather threats collide at once. From early morning hours, strong and damaging winds swept across Michigan, with gusts powerful enough to rip through neighborhoods, snap tree limbs, and bring down power lines. In many areas, the sound of cracking wood and crashing branches echoed through streets as trees fell onto homes, vehicles, and roadways. Emergency services were flooded with calls as blocked roads and downed lines created hazardous conditions for drivers and first responders alike. In some communities, traffic came to a complete standstill as debris littered major routes. As the winds continued to roar, a dramatic temperature drop followed close behind. Rain that had been falling earlier in the day began to change rapidly into snow as colder air surged into the region. This sudden transition caught many people off guard. Wet roads quickly turned slick, bridges iced over, and visibility dropped as blowing snow reduced sightlines in seconds. Drivers who set out under rainy conditions suddenly found themselves navigating snow-covered highways with little warning. The falling temperatures made the situation even more dangerous. Wind chills dropped sharply, making it feel significantly colder than the actual air temperature. In exposed areas, frostbite risk increased as the wind stripped heat from skin in minutes. Untreated roads and sidewalks became skating rinks, especially in rural areas and secondary streets where plows had not yet reached. Emergency officials warned that even short trips could become life-threatening if vehicles slid off the road or became stranded. Power outages spread rapidly as the storm intensified. Thousands of Michigan residents lost electricity when falling trees and heavy winds damaged infrastructure. Entire neighborhoods went dark, leaving homes without heat during freezing conditions. Utility crews were dispatched across the state, but restoration efforts were slowed by dangerous weather, blocked access roads, and continuing wind gusts. For many families, the priority shifted from daily routines to staying warm, conserving phone battery life, and checking on loved ones. Travel conditions deteriorated throughout the day. Visibility fluctuated wildly as bursts of snow and blowing debris swept across highways. Vehicles struggled to maintain traction, and abandoned cars began appearing along roadsides where drivers had no choice but to pull over. Authorities strongly discouraged non-essential travel, warning that conditions could worsen without notice. Tow trucks, police, and emergency responders worked non-stop, responding to crashes, stranded motorists, and downed trees. In wooded areas, the combination of wind, saturated ground, and freezing temperatures proved especially destructive. Trees weakened by earlier rain were easily uprooted, crashing down with little warning. In some locations,
Cars stuck all
falling
over the
trees
city.
damaged roofs and vehicles, forcing residents to
Zero
evacuate
visibility.
temporarily. Fire departments and rescue crews moved from call to call, prioritizing life-threatening situations as the storm continued to evolve. Beyond the immediate physical dangers, the storm placed emotional strain on communities. Parents worried about children returning home from school activities. Elderly residents faced increased risk from cold exposure and power loss. Families checked on neighbors, shared generators, and opened homes to those without heat. Across Michigan, the storm highlighted how quickly everyday life can be disrupted and how vital community support becomes in moments of crisis. Meteorologists emphasize that this type of storm is becoming more common. Rapid shifts from rain to snow, combined with extreme wind and sudden temperature drops, create complex and dangerous conditions that are difficult to predict precisely. Long periods of unstable weather leave infrastructure vulnerable, and when systems like this strike, the impacts are amplified. Roads, power grids, and emergency services are all tested at once. As night falls on December 30th, the threat is far from over. Snow continues to move through parts of the state, temperatures remain well below freezing, and icy patches persist on roads and sidewalks. Power restoration efforts are ongoing, but officials warn that some outages may last longer due to the extent of damage. Residents are urged to remain weather aware, limit travel, and prepare for continued winter hazards into the coming days. This storm is not just another Michigan winter system. It is a clear warning. It shows how quickly conditions can escalate and how important preparation truly is. From securing loose objects and stocking emergency supplies to staying informed through official updates, readiness can mean the difference between inconvenience and danger. Michigan has faced harsh winters before, but each storm brings new challenges. Today's weather event serves as a reminder that nature does not follow schedules or expectations. In a matter of hours, rain became snow, wind became destruction, and normal routines gave way to survival decisions. As communities work through the aftermath, the focus remains on safety, recovery, and resilience. Emergency crews continue their efforts. Utility workers battle difficult conditions to restore power, and residents adapt hour by hour. Michigan stands once again under the full force of winter, tested, challenged, but determined to endure. Stay alert. Stay prepared. And most importantly, stay safe.